Hello everyone. In week 6, we cover one of my favorite theories, which is on campus ecology. So let's get started. So John Dewey, who we talked about, I believe it was in week 2 and 3, he has a great quote. "We never educate directly, but indirectly by means of the environment." So what is campus ecology? Universities spend a lot of time initiating resident students, students living in a living learning community, and first-year students into its culture. We see this initiation in the orientation, the first-year seminars, and fall welcome weekends for family and friends. I'm sure many of you right now are involved in quite a lot of this. So in thinking back to the first week when we discussed campus saga, what were the ways that your institution introduced you into its culture and environment? What or who was your mascot? What sort of signage or navigation were visible? And what colors were used to decorate the hallways or the electronic documents or website? And when you needed help, where did you go? So campus ecology is part of the culture that is constructed by college campuses. This culture is transparent, and yet it is everywhere and affects everything. Koo and Witt call this the invisible tapestry. So the campus ecology model was designed from the premise that distinct ecologies are created because of the interaction between several factors in an environment. These factors include human, both group, sociological, and individual, psychological, and their interactions with their environment, both the physical environment and the organizational structures that form the environment. So campus ecology is taking those various interactions and placing them in the context of the college campus. In Educating by Design, Strange and Banning explained it simply as, "What's it like to be here?" So Strange and Banning developed a model of campus ecology that is comprised of 4 key factors: the physical environment, the human characteristics of the environment, organizational structures, and constructed environments. And we'll go through each one. So the physical environment. On a college campus, the physical environment includes the college buildings like the res halls, research buildings, and classrooms. But it's also about how this physical space works together. For example, is the cafeteria close to the residence halls or far away? USM residents live in residence halls on the Gorham campus only. There are no residence halls on the Portland, yet, or Lewiston Auburn campuses. What is this saying about the physical environment of USM? So the second is on the human characteristics of the environment. This is the who, both individually and aggregate, that make up the environment. On a college campus, this can be the various ways that people are organized, like an academic department or student services. These subcultures also include students. If you have enough of one type or characteristic, it will tip the balance and influence the environment. For example, it's typically assumed that many students in an engineering major would have a Holland type of conventional. And what this means is that they tend to be thorough, detail-oriented, and like structured environments. This would sway the type of activities that this major may offer to its students. 3. Organizational structures. So organizational structures impact campus ecology in a number of ways, such as size, both of the institution and classroom, how power is distributed, complexity of groups and processes, productivity and efficiency, and satisfaction with environment and dynamics. For example, the larger the size of the institution, the more people that are needed to run it. This does not mean that it is running efficiently or that processes make sense. Think about your institution. What does it take to run it? So the fourth one is constructed environments. This fourth key factor in campus ecology has to do with the way individuals collectively view their environments. In these individual views, if seen similarly by many, are what is called environmental press. For example, if the institution's faculty and administrators promote graduate study to their undergraduates, whether in the classroom or in student activities such as graduate fairs, and third and fourth year students talk about their aspirations of graduate school, it could be seen through environmental press that this institution has a high aspiration level for post-baccalaureate study. We saw this in our reading about special population colleges. What would you consider an environmental press at your institution? These four key factors contribute to the culture of an institution and can impact how a particular student feels with his or her fit to that campus. Again, the four key areas are physical environment, human characteristics of the environment, organizational structures, and constructed environments. So how does campus ecology affect students? Well, if a student begins at one type of institution with a particular set of factors that create a specific culture and then transfer to a different type of institution, it is sort of like moving from one country to another and then trying to adapt to that new environment without any cultural roadmaps except for the previous one. So here's some questions to think about. How does an institution's campus ecology affect the transition and adjustment of transfer students? How does Koo and Witt's expression invisible tapestry affect campus ecology? And finally, where is your role as a student affairs professional in campus ecology? So here are the references, and thanks for listening. And now go to the discussion board because we have a great question about the invisible tapestry.